Hello, hello, hello. This is Adrian of Black Women Promote BWP Promotions, and I am here with Blue Olive, also known as Genisha Morton, and Genisha and Blue Olive is here tonight to kick off her relaunch. So we are going to hear from her tonight. Before I do that, I wanted to give you a little bit of inside information about what we're doing here. And tonight is an event that was created for Genisha, for Blue Olive, the author, to share her new books and her new creative works with us. Also, she is offering a 30-minute consultation session with anyone who would like to become an author. And she will give you deep inside information on that. And it's just $7 to get a ticket. So everyone's invited to go to blueolive.mylinkstore.com and get that ticket even after the event so that you can have a one-on-one session with Blue Olive. Also, I'd like to remind everyone that this is a BWP promotions event and that this is also part of the Black Women's History Month celebrations that we're having at BWP. So, without any further ado, I am going to share Blue Olive with you. But before I do, I wanted to inspire all of you who are members of Black Women Promote to participate. We still have 1 week left with the Black Women History Month celebration. And I invite you all to participate if you can in the month of April. And if not in April, remember we're coming back for the Women of Vision event in May, and Blue Olive will be with us in May as well. So with that, I will share this information really quick, and then we'll move on to Blue Olive. Special event coming, and I'm so excited to share it with you. It is Black Women's History Month, all of April, and we are having our Black Women's History event. And we would like to invite all of the women of Black Women Promote to participate in this April event. Of course, this is not only the Black Women's History Month, but it's also the month of Easter. And so we really want to honor the month of April. And what we're doing is we're offering you several options to come and shine in Black Women Promote and to tell your story and to have your events or whatever it is. We've got several options available to you. So you guys, just wanted to share this information with you. Again, it is not too late to participate if you would like to do something similar to what Blue Olive is doing with her event tonight. So I'm going to get off of the screen altogether. I'm sure she has a lot she wants to share with you. And we're going to, let me just make sure I get this for you, Blue Olive. Wait a minute, I don't think I can do that. Hold on. I don't want to lose Blue Olive, but I am trying to get out of the screen, so it's just her. Let me see if this works. Let me see. Nope, that's me. I wonder if I put her solo. There we go. I knew I would figure it out. Okay, Blue Olive, it's on. It's all to you now. Ooh, let me see. Let me make sure I can hear ya. Let me, Blue Olive, it says your mic is muted.
Good evening, everyone. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me today. I am going to share my screen. Give me one moment. Let's see, full screen and share. And tonight, I just wanted to share a bit of my story with you, how I got started and where I'm going and where I am and all of that good stuff. So originally, my name is Genisha, and I got Blue Olive, or the name Blue Olive, when I was in college, and we will get to even more of that as I go along. So I'm going to Slideshow beginning.
Oh, excuse me, Blue Olive. I can't see your screen. I can see your face, but I can't see your screen. Let me see if I can do this. If this helps. No, hold on one second. I want to make sure you get to got your solo layout, and make sure you add to stream. Can you do that?
Let's see.
Oh, it disappeared.
Oh, so you can see it? I took it down. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, but okay. I'm sorry. I saw you were using the layout, but I wasn't on the screen. Okay.
So, slideshow.
Okay. If does that help?
Okay, so as you can see, this is pretty much what my desk looks like. I have my glasses so that I can read. I have pen and paper or pens just in case one pen decides to quit working on me. But I am Genisha, and I am originally from Manhattan, New York City. Uh, Eventually, as I grew older, my parents moved us to Georgia, where I continued to grow up. I have always loved to write, to sing, to be an actress. I'm very good at it. And just the arts, anything artsy was my favorite thing. And daydreaming was my way of creating the story I wanted to. And now I get to write those stories. So I am so excited to share this experience with you. So I wanted us to have a game period where I ask you some trivia and we're going to share some books. You get to ask questions if you have any questions. We're going to play one more game. And after that, I'm going to pick my winner for whoever I pick to get a book. So the first thing I would like to do is the game. And this is trivia. What do you know about me? This is not my first year writing. I'm actually entering into year 4. I believe it's year 4. Yep, it's year 4. And the first time I published the very first book you're about to see wasn't quite what I wanted it to be when I published it. But if you could tell me the year that I first published, then you win. You can leave that answer in the chat. If you know the answer, please don't share it with other people. And that is one question. Another question I would like to ask, again, is about me, is what was the name of the first book that I published? So, what was the year that I first published, and what was the name of the book?
Can I just say something, Blue Olive? If I'm not mistaken, you've given them a clue already. I'm just saying. Didn't you just give me? I think you've given a clue.
No, they
Oh,
don't. Yeah, no, I haven't said anything about it.
oh, I thought you did about the years.
Oh no, no, I didn't.
Hmm.
Okay, and so the final question is about um, who is uh, the person who has mentored me and helped me get to the many books that I have today. So the first question is, what year did I very first publish? What is the name of the very first book? Who is my mentor? So leave those answers in the chat. I will review them. And of course, the first person I see with the correct response on my side of things will be the one who wins the prize. So let's go to the next screen. I believe it's about books. This is me. And this is my first video or book trailer. That was my very first trailer, and I am still in love with it. Ooh, look. Okay. And this is book two. And so that was the second one. Of course, as I have grown, things have evolved and changed. So these are the rewrites of the books that I have. If you notice, the first book, the second one have two more friends with it, and their covers have changed drastically, along with other books in the family. These are not all of them. I am working on getting the rest of them up and running as well. My goal is to have all that done by the end of the year, this year, for a total of, it's probably a little more than 150 now because I keep getting stories. So the more stories I get, the more I write. And the way that I write is I write from my dreams, I write from my experience. And whether I'm sleeping and dreaming or daydreaming, I tend to get the most interesting stories that I have ever heard or seen. The first set are the commons, Imani, Pete and Repeat, and the community. And those will actually be turned into a movie by the year 2024. And that's the way I saw it. I saw it as a movie first, and I just wrote it down into a book. I also have a few other stories. Expect the Unexpected used to be called She Never Saw It Coming, but I wanted to revamp that altogether. And so now it's called Expect the Unexpected, and it's basically about a young lady who has to learn how to be a little more flexible in what's going on with her life because she can't control everything the way she likes to. The other one is Where is My Sister? This feisty little sister looks out for her big sister in a way that makes me just love her so much. She marries someone that is not who he says he is, but they don't know it because he puts on a very good facade and he tricks the entire family. He tricks the people who know him. The only one who really knows him is the woman he's cheating on his wife with. So that story is awesome. Then the protection plan, we talk about a woman who is seriously trying to get into a better neighborhood to find out the neighborhood may not be that great. It's also about a young man who wants to break away from the control of his family. He doesn't know that his father is in charge of the restaurant or anything else in the neighborhood. He's imagined that his father has abandoned him. His mother knows, and she keeps him protected from knowing the crook that his father is. But he begins to have his own backbone when she gets shot. and injured. So he steps up to the plate to protect his family from who he eventually finds out is his father. Count It All Joy series is a nonfiction series from when I went through a trial of choosing joy regardless of how I felt and regardless of what things looked like. I used to have this very bad habit of going into depression or sadness when things just didn't go right. And I would always say things like, I give up, I quit, it doesn't make any sense. So I purposely went on this 3 day trial to pick joy no matter what was happening. And I found that the more I chose to look at what was good, the more I wanted to look at what was good. So that 3 day trial has turned into, has it been a year yet? I don't think it's been a year yet. I think it'll be a year this September, Octoberish type. Might be September. I'll put those together like that. So that is the story behind the Count It All Joy series. I have more stories. One that talks of a little girl who was raised by her grandparents and she builds a restaurant in her grandmother's honor. Another story of a really kind hearted gentleman who gets taken advantage of by a really mean girl, but in the end, he gets the victory because he ends up with who he's supposed to be with, and he ends up being her boss. Cool stuff, right?
Mm.
So I get stories like this all of the time. I have another nonfiction book called Munchausen's My Addiction to Depression. I had to realize that part of why I stayed depressed was because it was comfortable and I was addicted to the attention it brought me and the way it made me feel. And it was as if there were times I would go on automatic to be depressed so that I wouldn't have the guilt of being happy, right? Why would you feel guilty being happy? But I'm so grateful that God is who He is and He can change anything. And so if it hadn't been for that, I probably would still be somewhere trying to figure out how to get my next depression high if you can do that. Um, I have another nonfiction book and I was going to talk about it, but it left me. So it will come back and then I will bring it up at that time. Um, let's see what is next. Oh, so writing is, that is not the next slide. That shouldn't be the next slide. The next slide was supposed to say, are you ready to get started? Are you ready to tell that story? Are you ready to face that book you've been saying you were going to write since 1912? I'm going to get it done one day. I'm going to get it done, sugar. I don't know. It's just, the way things are these days. And COVID, it came on through. I don't know if I'm going to make it to see another day. And none of us know. COVID showed us that it didn't matter how old you were, if you what race you were, what color you were, if you were tall, skinny, short, fat. COVID did not care.
Yeah.
COVID snatched up newborns, old borns, in between borns, on the way borns.
Yeah.
So what you don't want to do is have shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And I had a whole bunch of shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I still find myself thinking, I wish I would have started this journey a long time ago when I was in my room with a notebook, hearing you can write your own stories. And I didn't trust that I had a story that was good enough. So if you are ready to get started and you're ready to put aside excuses and you want to do it afraid, because when I wrote, all of these, I did it afraid, which is part of why I'm doing the rewrite. But I got it done. And I'm so glad I did it because you can't go anywhere doing nothing. For example, I don't have a car. I didn't have a car. We had to go to the store. My sons were much younger. And the store was a long walk. It was about an hour, but The worst part of the walk was the hill. In Georgia, there are nothing but hills. I don't know if Georgia used to be a mountain or something, but it's just nothing but curves and hills. Was it good exercise? Yes. Did I like the walk? No. And I was like, well, I have to go because we need soap, we need this, we need that, we need this, the mother stuff. And I'm walking, and it's hot because in Georgia it gets half past hot. And I'm sweating, and I look back like I could go in the house and be in the air condition and cool off, and I can just go to a store another time. But when I turned around, I had come too far to turn around to really go back because I was like, dang. And then I still would need to go to the store. That means I have to start the walk all over again. And so I just continued my journey to the store. But what if I decided to go back and just never decided to walk to the store? I would never get there if I kept turning around, if I kept quitting, if I kept saying, you know what, I'll do it later. Later never comes, guys. Never comes. So the time is now. If you are ready, reach out to me. We can get that book done. We can get it written, and you can have your story on paper because someone needs to hear what you have to say. What if your story is that one story that gets somebody to put the gun down or put the pills aside or make that phone call to get help from the 800 number or from whoever they trust? Look, I'm not making it. What if that's your story? What if your story does that thing? What if your story sparks someone else's interest in whatever it is they're gifted in? They've always wanted to dance, or they've always wanted to sing, or they've always wanted to do something. But, and then that but is whatever your experience is. And they don't know anybody with that experience because you never said anything. So they think it's not possible. Don't you want to fill in the but? Okay, that may not have sounded right out loud. Fill in the blank. Let's do the blank. Fill in the blank. So I am here to help you get through all of the good stuff, all of the bad stuff, all of the happy stuff, all of the sad stuff. And if that is where your heart is, I'm here for you. Reach out to me so that we can get it started. Now, um, I like word games, and I didn't know how to pull up Scrabble, or I really wanted to do a hangman. So I was trying to fit in a word game and it wasn't working out. But I would like to do a thing with affirmations, things that you say about yourself, things that you say to yourself that cause you to know who you are. And this works whether they're negative affirmations or positive. And trust me, you don't want the negative ones. I used to say the weirdest stuff all the time. And then when it came true, I would be upset. So if you want to see any changes, you got to be the change you want to see. You got to start here in your mind and then here with what you say. So I would like to challenge you, and I guess this is kind of a not a fun game, but to come up with an affirmation, not something that is traditional that you've heard before, but something that is unique to you, to your situation, to your life, that speaks life and that will encourage someone else at the same time. And when I'm just looking for creativity, it doesn't matter. Um, it doesn't have to be grammatically correct. I will not be the grammar police today. Just whatever your creativity gives you, even if it's not words, if it's pictures, if you're an artist and you can draw an affirmation that is unique towards you, upload it on the in the comments. Again, I'm looking for originality, something unique, and my favorite one will win. So that is the second game because I love words and I love when words come together to create something amazing and beautiful. Um, One of the things that I do at work is encourage, I started doing this to encourage myself. I post affirmations in there or positive motivational quotes that I find in Facebook. And that is how I encourage me to stay at work until I can do other things. And it turned out it was encouraging everyone else too.
Mm.
So I was like, wow, that is great. So even if you can't come up with your own, if you can find something on Google, on Facebook, something someone else has said that has moved you to where you're like, okay, I can do this, I can be great, post that too. I'll take it. We need to lift up one another and encourage one another and support one another. And at work, there was a young lady who lost her brother last weekend, and I couldn't figure out how she was coming to work. And so I reached out to my manager and I asked if we could put something together, give her cards with encouraging words on it. And I said, you know, if you guys want to give money, you can. But I really was looking for the encouraging words, and I got a lot of both. My team is awesome. We were able to gift her, oh, $230 because they're still giving. So I want us to find a way to build one another up, whether it's through your words, whatever your gift is, just post it. I want to see it. That is my challenge to you. Let's see here what we got. So I want to thank you so much for sharing your time with me and coming into this live with me to see my books, to hear my story, and to get to know me a little better. If you have any questions that you would like to ask, please post them. And I will stop sharing so that I can see.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Did I stop sharing?
Yeah,
Oh, I
you
did.
just stopped sharing. Yeah.
Okay, so
So
I'm
that
coming.
was wonderful, Blue Olive. Thank you for sharing all of that. And as she mentioned, if you're in the Blue Olive Relaunch group or if you're in the Black Women Promote group, she's going to go and see what your responses are. And because we're on StreamYard right now, and unless you approve StreamYard comments, we can't see if you're making comments right now. So afterwards, we'll check out whatever comments might be out there, and I'm sure she'll give you whatever winners awards she's got for you at that time. So, Blue Olive, anything that you would like to tell any? I am inspired, by the way, with what you already have said to someone who might be a budding writer and they're a little bit scared and not doing it. Oh, oh, you're muted. Hold on, let me get you off mute. Okay,
Again.
there you go. There you go.
Okay. Okay, so I wrote this song when I was about 15 years old. I'm only going to sing a piece of it because I still need to produce it and all that stuff. So when things get real tough and you feel you've had enough, and the enemy he's trying to make you lose your mind, just release it in your praise. Know that trials increase your faith and you'll have the victory. So I'm saying that to say, even though it is hard, it's
Beautiful.
scary, it's what it is, do it anyway. Just do it anyway. Do it, see what happens.
I love that.
And tell fear, yeah, you can hang out, but you can't make any decisions for me today. That's going to be based on me and creativity. We're going to hang out today. And I got that idea from a book that I'm reading that my current coach has me reading.
Oh, okay.
So tell fear, okay, I get it. You're here. You're going to be here. It's what you do. Duh. It's your job. You're doing your job. Great job. But you're not in charge.
It reminds me a lot of a book I read years ago by Susan Jeffers called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Feel the
Um,
fear.
Joyce Meyer says, "Do it afraid."
Yeah,
Even Steve Harvey, anybody who has been successful will tell you, "Do it afraid."
do it anyway.
Yeah, because you'll create a
Right.
forward motion. You're in action. If you do nothing,
Yep.
nothing can come from it. If you do something, even if it's a little bit, it moves you to the next step.
You know what I found too is that we never know because we might be 100% sure about something, do it, and then it flops. Then we might be completely unsure about something, do it, and it wins. We never know until we do it. You never know until you try.
True. I had no idea. What did I was cooking something. Oh, shrimp fried rice. I didn't know I could do it. And I called my dad, and he was like, "All you gotta do, take it right." And so I did what he said, and it worked. I was like, no idea I could be a speaker. I thought I
Oh
could
man.
write stories and sing. And I didn't
I'm
know I
just
could
laughing about the shrimp fried rice. Girl, I was cooking
do
shrimp fried rice at 7. I
Yeah, I learned how to do shrimp
love
fried
shrimp fried
rice on
rice.
the phone. Didn't know I could do it. I didn't know I could be a speaker. I didn't know I could write so many books at one time. I didn't know I could write more than one book at a time until I did it. So you won't know what you're capable of
Whoa.
until you do it. And
So
when
no
you do
wonder
it,
you have 150 books. You were writing them at the
multiple.
multiple books at one time.
Mhm. Because when the characters stop talking to me in one book, I just move to the next. And then when they stop talking, I move to the next. Or I'll get an idea for the book I was just working on and be like, that'll work in this one. This it won't work here, but it'll work in this story.
Wow, that's amazing.
So yeah.
Yeah. Every time I talk to you, I'm amazed about what you tell me as far as your inspiration. We did an interview which I have not packaged yet, so not edited yet. But one of the things you said then was that it comes to you almost complete, like you hear the voices.
Hmm.
It's amazing.
I hear them. They are loud people, especially when they do not have their way. I thought I was weird, but then I remember Tyler Perry saying the same thing. He says what he hears the character say. Because if you don't tell their story their way, they get mad. Like they're real people. And you're looking like, you're in my head, calm down, chill. But you got to tell it the way they're giving it to you because it won't work another way. You will try, it just will not work. You'll be like, okay, let me do it this way. And then everybody's like, yeah, that's exactly what I was going through. And you go, really? So, right, they are some very interesting people. And then I feel like I really get to know them. And I have to remember they're not real life people yet. And I go, oh, right, that was in my story. Or I'll think about something I was talking to one of them about, and I'll be like, oh, that was in the story. So they invade your whole space, will jack up your whole dream life until,
Wow.
well, my whole dream life until I get the story written.
This when I'm talking to you, as you know, I'm an astrologer, and I just sense that you're a highly creative being, highly because of just some of the things you've already said tonight. Being a singer, a writer, a speaker. You're highly creative, and so it's all part of who your essence is. It's wonderful that you found that and you're living out that creative ability instead of sleeping on it like most of us do.
Yeah, I did that for too long. And then God brought me a little Tammy, and I can't do that anymore. But I don't want to. I am glad that I'm out here on this ledge, walking, doing it afraid, and trusting God that it will be okay. So,
Well, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You might not know this, but I remember you. Wow, it's going back maybe 2 or 3 years when I first saw you in BWP. And I think you came and you sang. I think you came and you did a live event, you paid for it, and you sang. And you were still a little bit quiet and shy. But I I mean, you're still quiet and shy in a way, but you are so much more expressive than you were, say, 3 years ago. I feel like I'm watching a flower bloom. So it's beautiful to watch that. And I want you to keep going with what you're doing. You're obviously on the right track. And oh, I just wanted to say I'm really proud of everything that you're doing. We're going to be back tomorrow with more from Blue Olive, and she's going to go a little bit more deeper into what she does and her books. And I think there's going to be another opportunity to win, so it should be pretty exciting tomorrow. And then we're going to wrap things up on Sunday. And as you might have picked up, Blue Olive is a very spiritual person. And so I think it's only fitting that we chose Sunday, because we normally don't do anything in Black Women Promote on Sunday. So I'm sure your event will be the only event Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that with you as well. Anything you like to say before we go?
Um, Actually, there was. I needed to come back to me though. Well, I had an amazing time this evening. I am looking forward to tomorrow. I have some more things coming up. I'm going to Jersey for a book signing.
Wow.
That's my cutie bear in the back.
Okay.
And I'm excited about that. I'm participating in Juneteenth in Memphis on June 19th. I'll have a table there as well. So if you've missed me here, you can catch me there if you're in Jersey, wherever you are, or close, or you just feel like traveling because you ain't got nothing else to do. You was to. You could come on up and see me at the Source One bookstore in New Jersey. And I'm so very excited about all of the things that I am getting to do because I decided to do it afraid.
And Genisha, what city in Jersey are you going to be in?
Newark.
Oh,
Newark.
you're in Newark, North Jersey. Okay, and that's Source Book.
Also, I am looking for 10 brave souls. And I will even do something special with my pricing for the very first 10 brave souls who say, I am ready to get started. But you have to reach out to me to find out. And once we decide, you have to be willing to go all the way through it. So serious inquiries only, I suppose. But let's get done.
I feel almost guilty as I sit here. I've been writing on a book for like 5 years, but that's just me. I'm not going to say nothing.
Yes. So, oh, also my first client, her book will be out this September.
Hey.
I'm excited for her. She's like, "This is really happening." I was like, "I know."
Oh, that's beautiful.
So you will see me promoting her and her book. It's called "Walking Through the Darkness into the Light of Day." It is her testimony. Her
Mm,
testimony will bring you all the way to tears and your
mm,
knees at the same time.
mm,
Because I'm helping her write it, and I'm just like, wait, I need, I
mm.
need, I need a pause, a selah.
Wow.
So look for her. Her name is Bertha Bunkley.
Mm,
She has an amazing testimony. And when I tell you, you're going to love the story she is writing.
mm.
Huh, I'm so
Beautiful.
glad she decided to do it afraid.
I'm proud of you too. I mean, not only have you come out of your shell, now you're helping others to come out of theirs.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's wonderful. Well, Janisha, I am excited. We have been at this for about 40 minutes so far tonight. And I'm sure we're going to come back and we're going to hit them hard tomorrow with something else. And we'll be a lot more smoother tomorrow, too. We were just a little bit late getting things together tonight because of myself actually and not having everything together. But we've got it together now. We are ready. And so I'm glad to be here with Blue Olive. We have, again, I'll remind you that she is still giving away the 30-minute session with her if you get the ticket. So you can go to https blueolive.mylinkstore.com. Just blueolive.mylinkstore.com. Get yourself a ticket. It's only $7. It gives you 30 minutes with Blue Olive. She'll go into deep details. As she mentioned, she's already got a client who is launching their book. Maybe you'll be her next client to launch their book.
The
So,
winner. That's who I forgot. The winner.
see, I knew if I talked long enough, we would remember.
Um, there was one person, or the
Okay,
very first person who bought her ticket.
okay.
She will be the winner of the book. So I want to say thank you to Miss Takara Hodges for purchasing your ticket.
Oh,
And I will get with you to find out which book you like. She also won a T-shirt.
oh wow, Takara Hodges, congratulations.
Yeah, I told you I'm gonna give her. It's my thing. So
Wow. Can I
maybe tomorrow somebody will be the next winner of a book and a T-shirt, and who knows?
I just want to tell you guys if you have not gone to the Blue Olive Relaunch event group, which is on Facebook, just put in Blue Olive Relaunch. She's got all kind of stuff in there, little water sippers and cups and t-shirts. And look, you guys, make sure you go and check out her group. We set it up for her, Blue Olive Relaunch on Facebook. And of course, you can always catch this replay at Black Women Promote or in the Blue Olive group. And Genisha, or Blue Olive, I love your own name too, so I like saying it. But Blue Olive, it has been such a honor to be here with you. I'm so excited because you're our first official BWP event, holder. And so I'm so excited to do this event with you and so excited to pump you up so people know who you are, what you do, and get excited with you and for you.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. I am excited to be here, and I am looking forward to bigger and better things the rest of the weekend.
Many blessings.
Yes, ma'am.
Much love to you all. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.